Hello everyone, it's Danny here from GameFront.com, and it's finally happened. The Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer has finally dropped. Good news and bad news, but we're going to take a look at it and have a look at some of the details and just pick out a few things that I thought were interesting about the trailer, some of the little hidden details that are in there, and just share some opinions about Grand Theft Auto 6 and what it's all about. So, before we do anything else, just to preface that I'm not going to be able to play the trailer itself because Rockstar are a little bit funny about copyright flags on this stuff, so I'll be showing stills of the trailer, but you know where to find it. It's on Rockstar's YouTube channel. You can find it on GameFront.com. So yeah, that's the first thing I'll say. Now, Grand Theft Auto 6, interesting things to point out. Firstly, the main characters. It looks like there'll be two characters in the game. I guess you'll be able to switch between them GTA 5 style, although that isn't quite clear yet. The main characters are named Jason and Lucia, and it feels like Lucia's got more focus in this trailer than Jason does, so I don't know whether he's a companion, whether he's a character you can play and you can switch between the two. That isn't quite clear. What is interesting is the backstory of these characters. So one of the little details that you might notice when you watch the trailer is Lucia's wearing an ankle bracelet on her ankle there. Now, that's interesting for a couple of reasons. Well, one, it seems like she's only just been released from prison when she leaves at the start of the trailer. Two, I wonder if that's an interesting way of kind of restraining where the character can go at the start of the game. So GTA games have always had this kind of unlockable islands system, where certainly in the earlier games where like you started off on Staunton in GTA 3 and then you unlocked all the other islands and so on. Sorry, Portland. But yeah, I mean, I wonder if that is a way of keeping the character like on the first island or something, and then she gets her ankle bracelet removed. That's an interesting one. The thing that hits you straight away, especially looking at some of these opening cutscenes, is the character models. They just look amazing. Now, Lucy's here in the prison. She's speaking to the, I guess, probation officer, whoever it is. I mean, this is next gen. Like, they are looking uncanny valley to me. The hair is fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen a video game do hair quite that well, and hair has been a traditionally difficult thing to do in games. So yeah, I mean, it just looks, it's still not quite real life, but it's very close to fantasy. I don't know where I'm going with that, but it does look, I mean, Red Dead 2 was a step up from GTA 5, and this is just leaps and bounds beyond both. Now, let's move on to the environment itself. Now, this is all obviously Vice City. Of course, it's Vice City. Look at what the beach here at the start. Miami Beach, I guess, whatever the equivalent it'll be called. Vice Beach, I think it was in Vice City, or Washington Beach or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, you've got Ocean Drive there. You've got, you know, all the buildings look somewhat correct to what you'd expect from Miami. Yeah, I mean, the things that stuck out here are the immense amount of detail. Look at the beach, like how many NPCs are just roaming around on the beach and just kind of, you know, I've never seen that level of not just density of characters, but the fact that they're all incredibly detailed, incredibly realistically moving. It looks fantastic. Again, when you look at the characters walking down the street here, very similar. Like, there's a guy on the floor there, like there's all kinds of stuff going on in the street. People are moving naturally. Now, all of this footage is in-game, or at least in-game engine rendered. Whether it'll be quite like this when you experience it just wandering down the street or not isn't quite clear, but from what I can see in this trailer, this looks like it's going to be the most realistic, immersive behavior from NPCs we've ever seen in any game, not just a Grand Theft Auto game. So, pretty exciting stuff. Now, Vice City itself is looking way bigger than certainly Vice City when we last saw it, but just bigger than Los Santos in general. I mean, the city just stretches off into the distance there. One part of the trailer showed like the Everglades and some of the interesting details there that you could see, like the crocodiles roaming around and the birds, the flamingos there taking off. So I think there's going to be a lot to explore, both in Vice City itself and also the outskirts. I remember that the plan for Vice City was always to include the Everglades and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, this is going to be like the true realization of what Vice City could be. And yeah, everything just has that level of uncanny valley realism about it that we just haven't seen in GTA games before. I mean, the original trilogy, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, obviously had a very almost cartoonish kind of art style. Got a little bit more realistic in 4. GTA 5, again, kind of up the ante. But this looks like they're going for realism. And I mean, it looks almost photorealistic at points, if not completely photorealistic. And I think one of the things that sells that is all through the trailer you've got things like security camera footage, people filming on phones, like police body cam stuff, and I guess that just helps sell it. But even without that, all those filters, it just looks amazing, truly stunning. I'm so excited. Can you tell I'm excited? Now, I guess this makes sense. I mused in an article on the website the other day that I didn't think that Rockstar were going to set this game in the past or in the 80s or anything like that, because they're very much on the nose these days when it comes to things happening in the world, social media, political stuff. So, yeah, I wonder whether filming things on a phone or all of this Instagram type stuff is going to be an integral part of the game. We'll see, but it feels like that's going to be a factor. And yeah, this just feels like it's going to be a real love story almost. No, it is. It's going to be a Bonnie and Clyde type situation, isn't it? I can see there being a real interesting, deep, meaningful story to be told here. Even more so than GTA 5. I don't know whether it's going to have a happy ending or a sad ending or both, but I'm very excited to find out. I think it's going to be one hell of a ride. And I mean, it looks like all the usual GTA stuff is there. We've got heists seemingly coming back, as there seems to be a hit there on a jewelry store. It looks like, obviously you're going to be able to do the usual GTA style missions, open world stuff's obviously all there, so it's going to be great. And the soundtrack to this trailer, just such an inspired choice. Love Is a Long Road by Tom Petty. I mean, it's got that 80s Vice City vibe, fits the story of what's going to happen so well. I think, again, I said this in the article the other day, yes, it's set in the modern day. There is a lot of opportunity to have callbacks here to Vice City, the 80s, that whole vibe is back, and I'm there for it. I'm very excited for more of that. If they don't have some absolute bangers on whatever 80s radio station is mandatory in this, I will be very upset. But yeah, I mean, this is Miami Vice, this is Scarface, this is going to be all that stuff once again, which I absolutely loved about Vice City. And I think it's about time. I mean, Vice City, realistically, it was in the first ever GTA game, if we can count that. Vice City, I thought, had a wonderful vibe about it, but it was just underserved. It was basically an expansion for GTA 3 that went out of hand, so it wasn't a very long game, and it was padded out. Vice City Stories, again, I don't know if we can count that, but this is going to be the definitive, if you pardon the term, Vice City experience, and I'm very excited for it. The only downside to this trailer, and I guess it's not a total surprise, is the fact that it's confirmed 2025. So we're still at least one full calendar year and change away from GTA 6. Swings and roundabouts, as they say. Having said that, I'm super hyped. Can't wait for more trailers. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought as well, and stay tuned to GameFront for more fantastic content like this.